Okay, so number 15 is a quadratic function we're trying to graph. You have to remember the transformations. So in order, the first thing you would do is think about this. So the minus 1 on the inside means go right 1. The 2 is actually just a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. So that doesn't really change the location, but mainly just the shape, okay? The negative on the outside flips it over the x-axis, and the plus 4 makes it go up 4. So in general, just thinking about it, I've got a parabola, which normally parabolas look like this. Yeah? So I'm going to go to the right one up 4, and it's going to have flipped over the x-axis. So when I go to the right one, it then flips and then goes up 4. So in general, we've got a parabola that looks like that. Okay? So I'm going to go right 1, up 4, my vertex. And then when you talk about parabolas and their patterns, so parabolas have the pattern 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9 because of 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, right? When you multiply by 2, you're actually vertically stretching it by a factor of 2. So it's 1, 2, 2, 8, 3, 18. But since we flipped it over the axis, actually 1, 2, 2, 8, 3, 18. So we'll go to the right 1 and go down 2. But it's a parabola, which means it's symmetrical on both sides, so we'll also go left 1 and down 2. Then we'll go right 2 and down 8. So that puts me at negative 4 on both sides. And we're not going to be able to see the next point, so we just connect. And try and go through the points that you plot. And then we just analyze it for behavior. So domain. Domain is how far left and right a function goes. So this function, as it goes in both directions, so it actually starts from over here and goes down there, right? But it is stretching to the left and to the right. So my domain, I would say, is negative infinity to positive infinity, or all real numbers, okay? Range is a little bit more interesting. Range is low and high. The lowest it goes is negative infinity. The highest it goes is 4. And I drew the arrow pointing down. It actually should be pointing up. You come from negative infinity, you go up to positive 4. And that's the highest you go. Okay, the extrema, we have a max on this function, so we would put max of, so the highest y value this function retains is 4, and that happens at x equals 1, and that is the vertex. Increasing and decreasing. Very important that we understand this concept. The function is increasing and then it's decreasing, right? But if you were to tell me the function is increasing from negative infinity up to 4, and then it's decreasing from 4 to negative infinity, then that whole negative infinity to 4, 4 into negative infinity, those are the same intervals of y values. It's not unique at all. But what is unique is the interval of x upon which it's happening. From negative infinity until 1, on this whole interval, the function is increasing. And then from 1 until positive infinity, the function is decreasing. So I am increasing from negative infinity until 1, and I am decreasing from 1 to infinity. And then in behavior. So in behavior is, as we go to the left and to the right, where's the function going? So as we go to the left, the function is going down to negative infinity, so the y value is going to negative infinity, and as we go to the right, the function is also going down to negative infinity. So that is my end behavior. All right, number 16. Bless you. Number 16. Plus 4 means go to the left 4. 1/2 is a vertical compression by a factor of 1/2. And minus 7 on the outside means go down 7. So I'm going to go left 4, down 7. Left 4, down 7. And then the vertical compression by a factor of 1/2. This is a positive parabola, no negatives out front, so it does go 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9. It goes up, yeah? And then 4, 16. It's vertical compression by a factor of 1/2, which means this only actually goes up 0.5, 2, 4.5, and 8. So, I don't know, I might go fit one more. 525 and half of 25 is 12.5, so let's see. If I go over 1, I should go only up 0.5. If I go over 2, I should go up 2. If I go over 3, I should go up 1, 2, 3, 4.5. When I go over 4, I should go up 8. So I'm at negative 7, which puts me at positive 1. And if I go over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I should go up 12.5. So that is 5.5? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So when I connect this, I've got my parabola like that. Okay. So my I'm actually going to plot those a little darker. Make sure you can see the points. So that one, that one, that one. Okay. My domain and range. Domain is how far left and right the function goes. My domain is all real numbers, or double bar R. It goes negative infinity to positive infinity. It goes left, it goes right. Okay. Range is how low and how high it goes. The lowest it actually goes is negative 7, and it goes up to infinity. So negative 7 up to infinity. My extrema, we have a minimum here. So we have a min of, the lowest it goes is negative 7, at x equals, and that occurs at x equals negative 4. Increasing and decreasing. So again, we talk about intervals of x. The function is decreasing all the way from negative infinity until x equals negative 4. So we're decreasing from negative infinity to negative 4. And then we are increasing from negative 4 until x equals positive infinity. So on this whole interval of x, the function is going up. So increasing from 4 to infinity. In behavior, the limit as x approaches negative infinity of y, and the limit as x approaches positive infinity of y. So the idea of in behavior is, where is it going? So as x approaches negative infinity, meaning as x goes to the left, where's the function going? It's going up to positive infinity. And as x goes to the right, the function is going up to positive infinity. So it goes up and up, which means those are my answers. Okay. Number 17, describe the transformations, find the domain and range. Oh yeah, sketch. It doesn't say sketch, but definitely do sketch. Okay. Basic radical function is just the square root of x, and the square root of 1 is 1, the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 9 is 3. And if I can see any more, then I'll go that direction. But, I don't know if we can. Okay, anyway. This right here tells me to go to the left 5. The 2 is a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. And the plus 2, it means go up 2. So I'm going to go left 5 up 2, left 5 up 2. And then I have a vertical stretch by a factor of 2, meaning my pattern is actually 1, 4, 2, 9, 3. Vertical stretch by a factor of 2 means that's a 2, that's a 4, that's a 6. So I'm going to go over 1 and up 2, over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up 2 more. I'm not going to be able to see any more, so there's my radical. And it does not have the mirror image. It's not plus and minus the radical, it's just the positive radical. So the domain is how far left and right the function goes. The farthest to the left it goes is negative 5. So negative 5 to positive infinity. And the range is how low and how high. The lowest it goes is 2. And it goes up to infinity. Number 18. Number 18 has, let's go with the inside first. A 1/3 on the inside. Remember, opposite on the inside. That is a horizontal stretch. I don't know why I decided to spell that out, but I did. Horizontal stretch by a factor of opposite 3. So you flip the fraction. And if it had been a 3 on the inside, then we would say horizontal compression by a factor of 1/3. So you always flip it. The minus flips it over the x-axis, and the +5 means go up 5. So as far as like where my vertex is, the +5 is the only one that affects that. Left and right and up and down. So I'm going to go up 5. And then, interesting. Okay. So mainly, or usually, the pattern for radical is over and up, but since we flipped over the x, we're going to go over and down. So over and down, 1, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3. But we've got a horizontal stretch by a factor of 3, which means this is actually 3, and this is actually 12. And that's 27, but we'll never see that, so whatever. So I actually should go to the right 3 and down 1. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you mental note the, what am I trying to say? Scale, yeah. So it's at 0.5 on every one of those. Okay. And then I'm going to go right 12 and down 2. So right 12, here's 12, and down 2, which puts me right there. So my function is just this radical right there. Okay. Domain is how far left and right. The domain is from 0 to infinity. And then range is low to high. The lowest it goes is actually, it comes from negative infinity. Well, it doesn't, okay, it does start graphing from here, but we always denote it as low to high. So the lowest it goes is negative infinity. The highest it goes is up to 5. And there's the end of page 2.